Dark Mofo is, very, very specific, but yet very popular thing that happens every year in Tasmania, where there's always some level of shock and outrage and politics behind it. Previously, there was a bloke who buried himself under the ground to somehow symbolise issues of Indigenous people. And then there was a bloke who decided that he was going to soak the British flag in blood to symbolise what Indigenous peoples had gone through here in Australia. Apparently now, that, however, has been cancelled. That's not going to happen. Bronwyn, a lover of the arts, how do you feel about this bit of art, so-called, being cancelled?
Repulsive. Truly repulsive. I thought it was very interesting. I mean, I've visited that museum. It's very interesting. I found that, again, interesting that the people who organised the summer festival for that museum also repudiated this whole concept, as have Indigenous people themselves, as just being disgusting, really. So it's now been cancelled, as it should be.
So, but those things, though, Nicholas, where obviously they're going to say that part of the role of art is to be provocative, and there's always a line there, and there are people, including former Prime Ministers, who would like to defend some of the creepiest art that any of us have ever heard of. But what do you think of this sort of stuff?
Well, look, I'm like to think of myself as pretty broad-minded, and I agree with you. I think art should, in some part, challenge us, push our boundaries, and good can come from that. But I think in this case, the artist, an Italian artist, has got it wrong. Context is in
Not
Spanish.
Italian,
Apologies,
Spanish.
Thanks, Bronwyn. Spanish artist has got it wrong. And context is important in these things. So I think a Spanish artist soaking a British Union Jack with blood to make a point about Aboriginal history in Australia has probably got it wrong. And to Bronwyn's point, Indigenous folks have said this is not on. And to the credit of the Dark Mofo organisers, they've had the sense to say, right, we're not progressing this way.